My name is Oisin Newport, and I'm part of the Garda vetting process here in PCI College. Students, as they conduct client work in PCI College, they have to be Garda vetted to work with vulnerable children, vulnerable adults and children. Today I'm going to do a short tutorial on the process of Garda vetting that we have in the college and what's expected to you, just so that once you are doing this process, it's going to be a bit more easy for you to understand what we're going to need from you and things to watch out for. So the first thing that you're going to get from us is going to be an email from Garda Vetting. I'm just going to share my screen there so you can see exactly what that email looks like. So I've just done a mock email here, and I have included all the documents that you would receive in this email. So looking at the email here, it says, "Dear student, we are delighted that you've accepted your place." And essentially, we're just going to be outlining here in the email the Garda vetting process. We're going to need from you we're going to need from you a photo ID, proof of address within the last 2 months. That's very important. Make sure that your proof of address is dated within the last 2 months of that first class that you're going to take. Unfortunately, proof of addresses that are not within that 2 months have to be rejected, and you'll have to restart the process again. Generally, if you send this in and we see that it's not within 2 months, we'll contact you and let you know that we need something that's a bit more recent. As well as part of this process, you'll need to submit a document known as the NVB1 form. The name itself possibly is a bit intimidating, but I'm going to open it up and I'm going to go through this with you, and you'll see that it's not too complicated. So, opening up the form, what does it look like? So this is the form that you'll receive as part of this email. You'll see here that we have guidelines also included in this form itself, which you can look at so that you can fill this in correctly, so that you don't have any unexpected delays in your application. So read this very carefully and make sure that you follow to the letter. As well, in terms of guidelines, we do send in this email a particular guideline too. Let me just check where document is. Here it is. So we will send in this form as well as part of the email that will also just go through filling in this NVB1 form. And once we do up everything on our end in terms of getting you checked in person, you're going to receive an email from this particular email, evetting@do-not-reply@garda.ie, but we'll go into that later. So looking at the form itself, you'll see here that there's this box on the right-hand side, your reference. This isn't something that you need to worry about. We'll fill this in on our end. So just to let you know, this isn't something that you have to fill in. So you'll see here, we have all of these tables essentially, and what you'll be doing is you'll be filling in these details, and just ensure when you're doing it that you're putting everything in block capitals. For this form in particular, likely what you'll want to do is print it off and just sign it with a black ballpoint pen or a blue ballpoint pen. And make sure as well, again, that it's in block capitals so it's easily legible. When you're putting in your details here, just make sure that it matches your proof of ID. So for instance, if your surname is Liam on the passport and you put in William, this wouldn't be accepted. You'd have to put in Liam here. So just make sure that it matches your proof of ID. We'll fill this. We have a few bits filled in already for you. So for instance, the role being vetted for, we've already have this filled in. Name of organization, we already have this filled in, etc. Again, with the current address, make sure that this exactly matches the proof of address that you send in to us, just to avoid any complications. With this signature, make sure that this is a wet signature, meaning that it is something that you actually sign yourself physically. So this, we can't accept in this case, let's say a typed in signature. It has to be drawn by you, has to be written by you yourself with your hand. So just make sure that this is a wet signature. Very importantly as well, please ensure to tick this box here. If you don't tick this box, we won't be able to vet you. Essentially, what this is it is a consent. It is you giving consent to the Garda to actually vet you. So it's just very important to tick this box so that you don't come across any unnecessary complications in this procedure. And then you'll pop in the date of which you signed this document. We also include an accepted documents table. This outlines basically what we accept in terms of proof of ID and proof of address. Again, with the proof of address, make sure that it's within the last 2 months. That's super important. So for your photo identification, we'll accept a passport, driver's license or learner permit, Irish certificate of naturalization, or a national identity card. Your proof of address, we can accept a bank statement from a recognized bank. Unfortunately, Revolut would not be acceptable in this case. A building society statement, a credit union statement, credit union passbook. And also we typically what people would do is they would either put in a statement, a bank statement, or a utility bill. The utility bill, they're specific in that they'll only accept gas, electricity, television, broadband, waste, or a TV license bill. So just make sure that that bill that you're sending in is covered by this. We can accept correspondence from government departments, and we can accept a letter from a local council confirming tenancy. So once checked, we will check that email that you send in, and we'll check over your form, we'll check over the documents that you sent in, and we'll save it on our end. If there's any issues with the documents that you've sent in, we will contact you about that, and we'll just let you know that we needed, say, a different document, or the document that you'd sent in wasn't acceptable, so we need such and such. And then once you've been confirmed, we'll let you know. And then on your first class, you want to bring all your documents in with you, and just make sure when you're bringing in these documents, your photo ID and the proof of address, make sure that those documents are the exact same documents that you sent to us. We unfortunately can't verify documents that don't match the documents you send in, because we're essentially cross-referencing the two that we have towards the ones you bring in. We're ensuring they're the same. So in this case, we just have to have the exact, you have to have the exact documents that you sent in. So the lecturer will be doing this process here. They're going to bring you up in class, and they're just going to essentially check that documents that you've sent in are a match. And then they'll make a note that your identity has been verified, and they can be submitted to the vetting bureau. PCI College uses ERF, a third party, to submit the documents of the learner to complete the verification process. If for any case you forget the paperwork, or you bring in incorrect paperwork, or you're a late sign up to the course, you can submit the paperwork to us, to the Garda vetting team, and then ensure you have it with you for the next in-person class where you'll be verified. Then once we have that verification on our end, we can then send in your application to the Garda Vetting Bureau. We'll send you on an email as well when we submit it. I'm just going to bring it up here so you can see what it looks like. So in this case, obviously, I had done a fake NVB1 form for John Smith. So I've just put it in a mock email here. Hi, John. I've submitted your application to ERF. Please keep an eye on your personal email address, where you'll receive a link asking all of your previous addresses since birth, and And then it just goes into detail of, we have 30 days to complete this, the instructions provided on clicking this link. And if you don't, unfortunately, you will have to resubmit your application, and this will come with a fee of €20. So essentially, what you want to be doing in this case is just ensure when you receive this email that you're checking your personal email frequently for this message, or for this email from the Garda vetting authority. So just ensure that once you receive this email that you do it within 30 days, because unfortunately most delays in the Garda vetting process come from this link expiring. So just ensure that you're looking at you're looking at your personal email and ensuring that you do this within 30 days. We generally advise that when you receive this link, just do it immediately, just so that you avoid any potential issues. So that has been a general look at the Garda vetting process in PCI. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any questions, just get on to us at gardavetting@pcicollege.ie. Thank you very much.